Zach is in love with Fatima. We have closed this book.
Next Wednesday.
You saw the way he came for me. And that's enough to make the truth come out. I did something stupid. I'm done for real.
I married her, bro.
You vetted her, right?
The consequences of their choices may be more than they can bear.
I'm telling you, it's not gonna be good.
Maurice, you have to see a lawyer.
The case isn't very strong. You both go to jail for 15 years.
Tyler Perry's Sistas.
All right, folks, you just saw the promo for next week's episode, Season 6, Episode 6, entitled Mending Fences. Hoo-wee. It's ironic, this episode airs on July 5th, the day after Independence Day, and good Lord, Zach might be a single person again by the end of this episode, so he'll be independent, all right. All right, Fatima and Zach's relationship is pushed to the limits as Karen's feelings for him start to increase. And literally, based on Zach's actions, you really can't blame her. Gary tries to help Hayden out of an unexpected arrangement. Sabrina and Maurice meet with a lawyer. All right, so you know the drill. This is the 30-second trailer breakdown as well as the end credit promo at the end of this week's episode. Make sure you take a moment to please thumbs up the video, show you like it, hit subscribe. We are closing in on 260,000 subscribers. We're close. We're like 3,000 or less away from that. And social media links are in the description box below. All right, so let's talk about Gary tries to help Hayden out of an unexpected arrangement. So now, for some reason, while they were in Miami, and look, in my video where I broke it down, I have no idea what day of the week it was, because I was under the assumption that the episode where Hayden is like, oh, well, you know, I can call my secretary and book us the tickets right now. So we're going for a weekend getaway to Miami. So I assumed that was Friday. And if I remember correctly, this was the same day everybody found out about Karen at the salon, meaning that Friday, that's, you know, when everybody got at the salon and was crying and whatnot. But then we know that in the next episode, episode 6, it's another work day for a lot of these characters. But Hayden is back, which would imply that it's Monday, but it's actually Saturday. So Hayden and Tamara come back from their vacation early, which doesn't make sense. Even, I mean, if you got married, your vacation destination spot, why don't you just stay there for the weekend and then come back and go, hey, we're married? But I'm wondering, and I highly doubt there was a prenup involved, because it looks like Tamara is going to get everything she wanted out of this because she wanted a major payday. And if there's no prenup and to get a divorce, she could take half. My biggest question is, how is Fatima going to react to this news? Because I married her, bro. Well, you vetted her, right? And then Hayden's looking stupid. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. All right, Sabrina and Maurice meet with a lawyer. So Sabrina goes over to the apartment to talk with Calvin and Maurice. Specifically, Maurice saying, hey, Maurice, we need to talk with a lawyer. And for some reason, Maurice doesn't want to do that. But eventually, she does manage to drag him along to a lawyer's office, and Calvin comes along too. And the lawyer says the case isn't very strong, which I don't know if this is the case against Maurice and Maurice and Sabrina, or the case that they have to clear their names. But regardless, he says you both could go to jail for up to 15 years, and they're all like, so that's pretty much it on that. But it seems that earlier that day, you know, before going to the office, you have Danny and Preston in bed together, and I think over the phone with Sabrina, Danny saying, I'm not high or anything. Danny, every time you say you're not high, you're not drunk, shortly after you say that, you drink or smoke. But Danny says something interesting. I did something stupid. I'm done for real. I wonder if that's in reference to, you know, her sleeping around and then winding up with Q, or maybe she confides in Sabrina about the Jonah situation, how he came back and tried to kill her. Or maybe she's talking about I did something stupid, I'm done, by messing around with Preston. Who knows? All right. From there, we go over to I'm guessing this scene happens before Karen goes to the salon. So Karen is over at the penthouse. It's the next morning. He was sweet like he used to be. God knows when, in reference to Zach over the phone with her last night. And he's like, Zach is in love with Fatima. We have closed this book. You saw the way he came to me, and that's enough to make the truth come out. Because she's stuck on what she told, you know, Andy the night before. Well, you know, tragedy tragedy makes a person show how they really feel. So she basically takes Zach's outburst as, oh, he's not over me. Well, just because he quote unquote isn't over you doesn't mean he's leaving his fiance. I think you should take that into account before you make any wedding plans, not to mention kicking Aaron to the curb. Speaking of Aaron, it looks like Karen and Pam are the first. Oh yeah, side note, I did like Pam for like 2 seconds in last night's episode when Pam said, so when we going down to the salon? What do you mean we? Well, we need to go there to see, what we can clean up. So Pam is just showing like, yeah, I'm coming down there. Like, you're not going to go through this alone. So I did like that. I will give Pam credit for that one moment. All right. So Pam and, Karen are there first. Pam has a moment where she's like looking, making a weird face and pointing. I'm thinking this is when Aaron shows up, because we know Aaron's going to show up. And then right after that is when Zach pulls up as well. There's a moment at the law firm where Zach goes, oh, actually earlier that morning, it looks like Zatima just, left for work and didn't say a word to him. He gets up out of bed and then either calls or leaves for a voicemail saying, well, I see you're still being petty. You only made up half of the bed. And then he kind of throws the pillow. But then he shows up at the law firm and he goes, well, hey, I'm just wanting to tell Zatima that I'm going to see Karen at the salon right now. And Andy goes, why are you doing this? Why? And then from there, and I love how Andy's acting, because I said this in a couple other videos I recorded tonight. Andy's kind of like a stand-in for Zatima fans. Like, Zach, get your shit together. You need to make things right with Zatima. Just like she told Karen, Zach is in love with Zatima, let it go. But then you have a moment where you have Andy and Zatima in Andy's office. Fatima's like playing with her engagement ring like she's about to take it off. I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. Probably in reference to Zach going down to the salon. So we do have a moment where Karen and Zach look like they're going to kiss. And the sad part is we also have a moment where it looks like Zatima pulls up in the salon parking lot and she looks like she has an envelope, like a manila envelope or folder in her hand. So I wonder what that paperwork is about. So regardless, will these two kiss? I don't know. But based on the hand position of Karen, how she has her hands on Zach's sides and he has his hands on her shoulders. It looks like she was the one that embraced him first. And she's the one moving her head towards him first. But Zach is not pulling back. His face is coming closer to hers. So these two might kiss. And this is definitely going to be the cliffhanger ending of the next episode. But with that being said, mending fences, sheesh. I don't know. Y'all might be mending fences, but Fatima's going to come in with a bulldozer and tear that shit down. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you think things will play out in the next episode? Like and subscribe as I requested earlier in the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.